Hey guys, Hunter Johnson here with Banking West Aviation. So I'm sure most of you have heard of two major flight applications, Garmin Pilot and FltPlan. Each of these combine GPS tracking and have other tools that can help you out in the cockpit. I think Garmin's going to cost around $75 for the basic yearly subscription, and FltPlan is going to be a little bit more, coming in at $100 for the year. These apps are pretty well developed and can save you a lot of time on the ground when planning a flight. But what if I could tell you there's an app out there that can do a lot of the same features as Garmin and FltPlan, but it's free. The app is called FltPlan Go and is available on the App Store and Google Play Store. I myself am always looking for a deal, so I definitely do not want to overpay for anything. However, some may argue that paying a little extra every year is definitely worth it. But in my opinion, FltPlan Go is a steal. This being said, when I saw that it was free, I felt like I need to make a video kind of displaying some of the features that are packed into FltPlan Go. So stay tuned and I'll show you what it can do. Okay, now I'm just going to show you some of the features I believe are the most useful. When you open up the app, you'll notice it'll take you to the airports page, and that airport will typically be anything close to you, or you can pick an airport of your choosing. If you see below, it has the FBO for Velocity Air, where you can get fuel, and it has the price. I highly recommend that before you go flying, you link up your tablet to some form of internet connection, just so that all the information can be refreshed and you'll get the updated prices for that day. Also, if you notice that above the fuel prices, you can see all your frequencies are already lined up. But if you can't read that, you can just hit the actual frequencies page, and that will give you those in a larger detail. Okay, the next thing I think is pretty helpful would be if you look in the upper right, you'll see airport diagram. So if you click that, you'll get an image of the airport. And based off this diagram, you can choose which runway would probably be best for you. Alright, moving on to the maps page. You'll notice right away that there is a small plane on the screen, and that is your GPS location. Next, I'm going to open up the Layers tab. In this tab, you can see everything that can be visually represented on the map. So you got your sectionals, jet high, Victor low, world, aeronautical charts. So you can choose from those what you want to see on the map. On the far right, you'll notice that I have state outline and airport selected. Because I chose that, you can see the little black dots which indicate where an airport is. Also, state line is pretty self-explanatory. But if I want to click on the fuel prices, I'll notice that all the fuel prices are displayed on the map. Now I'll get rid of that, and then I'll close the Layers tab and move to the METARs. By enabling METARs, you can actually get a color dot representing the conditions for that airport. Now when it comes time to planning your flight, you're going to want to hit Edit and then enter in the airport codes. So for my example, I entered in for Ryan Field and Marana Regional. Now I will save the route, and then I'll hit Finished. Now to get out of Edit, you're just going to hit Edit again, and your route should be displayed on the map. One thing I like to do is I'll hit the little settings button, which is that gear in the upper left, and then I'll get brought to the options page. The one thing I enable is toggle runway center lines. This just gives you a little windmill type diagram so you can base your approaches towards the airport, and maybe you don't want to turn final and you just want to come straight in. This can help you out. Another tool would be in upper right, looks like a ruler. So if you click that, you'll get your measuring tool. Then after this, you're going to want to tap on the map once, and you'll notice an orange dot will appear. And then tap on the map for the other point you want to select, and then an orange line will appear on the map. Additionally, if you look at the measuring tool, it will tell you your total. So for my total, it's 13 nautical miles. Since I'm on the topic of tools, if you scroll down on the sidebar to the very bottom, you'll see Tools. So if you click on that, you'll see that you have different tools like weight and balance, or you can use the calculators. So I'm going to try out the wind calculator. So initially I'm brought to what looks like a runway, and because I chose runway 6, it has 6 and 24 lined up. Now I'll just kind of slide some of the settings around. So I'm going to move it to wind from at 090 and wind speed at 16 knots. Then if you look above, it will show you your calculated headwind and crosswind components. The last thing I want to show you guys is something I personally think is one of the coolest features. So if you go along on that side panel, you're going to hit Scratch Pad. You'll be brought to a blank page, and you're going to want to hit My Doodles. Select New Doodle, and for mine I'm just going to name it K. Ryan Approach. You will then be prompted to choose an airport. So I'll enter in K. Ryan, and once I select the airport, it'll show me the downloaded procedures that I have stored on my tablet. So let's see, I will choose ILS or localizer for runway 06. And on the screen you'll see what image you selected. Then if you look below, you'll notice there's a few tools to write on the screen. So I'm going to circle one thing and highlight a frequency for Tucson Approach. Now that I have that, I can just reference it while I'm flying. Okay guys, this concludes my showcase of FltPlan Go, and I just want to take the time to thank you guys for watching this video. And if you liked it, give it a like. If you didn't, just dislike. And if you have any comments or questions, just put them down below and I will address them as soon as I can. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you up there.